Hi, I'm Emily Falkreath, and I am here to talk about the unwritten rules of Twitch. So, whether you're new to Twitch or whether you've maybe managed to rub someone up the wrong way and you're not really sure why, I'm here to explain the general etiquette of Twitch for both streamers and viewers. So, number one is probably the biggest bugbear of most people on Twitch, streamer and viewer alike. No self promotion in other people's streams. So, that includes the really obvious, blatant stuff like going in and saying follow for follow. That's a big no. But also the subtle stuff like just finding every opportunity you can to talk about your own stream. You think it's subtle, it's not. People see right through it. So just don't do it. Obviously, you want to grow your stream, you want to grow your community, but that's just not the way to go about it. Spend time in the other communities, spend time getting to know other people, and they will want to get to know you too. And they will just find out naturally that you stream. So, unless you're directly asked whether you stream or asked to talk about your stream, which you probably will do once you get involved in a community, then just don't do it. Just don't mention it. Number two, no backseating and or spoilers. So if you're in someone else's stream and they're playing a game that you've played before, it could be really tempting to tell them how to do a puzzle, especially if it looks like they're stuck. But even though you feel like you're helping them, they might not want that help. They might want to experience it for themselves and work it out for themselves and get that satisfaction of knowing that they figured it out all by themselves. Also, certain games have different ways of doing puzzles anyway. So just sit back, enjoy the journey, see how that person wants to play their game, see how they figure it out. You might find out something new about the game, which would be cool. If people need help, then they will ask for it. I would say also, if you are asked, maybe try and keep it vague so that it just triggers something in their brain to make them able to figure it out for themselves so they still get that satisfaction. You've just given them a nudge in the right direction. Number three, don't call out lurkers. So, lurkers are people who are watching the stream but aren't being active in chat. They're not saying anything in chat, but that's just sitting back and watching. There's a lot of different reasons why people might be lurking in stream. They might be unable to chat, like physically unable, or they might be too busy because they're watching or listening to the stream while they're doing something else, like they're cooking. They've got vegetable juice all over their hands, they're not able to touch their phone, or maybe they're just not in the mood to chat. Maybe they just want to sit back, chill, surround themselves by the nice, friendly vibes of the stream, but they're not really in a chatty mood. So, either way, whatever people's reasons are for lurking, they have a reason. They're lurking for a reason. If they wanted to chat, then they would chat. So, just leave them be. Don't call them out. Don't mention the fact that they're there. Just let them lurk. Number four, unless you know the streamer, don't ask to join in a game. If you just drop into their chat and say, hey, can I join in? Then that can make the streamer feel really uncomfortable just because they don't know whether you're a troll or not. Especially if people are talking in Discord voice chat, maybe you could go in there and say something really horrible, or you could troll them in the game itself. So you could just go in there and wreck the game for them. They don't know that. They don't know who you are. So it's a risk for them. At the very least, spend a few minutes in chat, chatting to people, getting to know people, let them know that you're not a troll. Obviously, there are exceptions to this. So some streamers might be happy to play with anyone, and they will say so. They will say anyone can join this game. It's fair play. Or there'll be games like Marbles where it's designed for anyone to drop in because you can't troll in a game of marbles. So use your judgment, but just be wary of the fact that it's something that could make the streamer feel uncomfortable. Number five, don't ask to be a mod. I've had this one myself and it's really awkward. I mean, there's a lot of different elements that streamers consider when choosing their moderators. They need to know that they can really trust that person. And I mean, if you haven't been asked to be a mod, then it might not be because they don't trust you. It could be other reasons. It could be that they feel like they already have enough mods and they're not really looking to recruit new mods at the moment. If they think you're right for the job, though, and they want you as their moderator, then they will ask you, they will approach you. So wait for that. Don't ask them because it puts them in an awkward position. Number 6 is linked to the last one. It's respect the mods. So, as I said before, the streamers probably put a lot of careful consideration into who they want as their moderators. The moderators kind of represent the wishes of the streamer. They've probably been given specific instructions on how to deal with certain situations. The streamer would have told them what they think is acceptable and not acceptable. So if the mod decides to delete a message in chat or maybe ban someone, time someone out, then you have to respect that decision. You have to trust that that's what the streamer would want too. If there's something you don't agree with, then maybe message a streamer about it after stream and just talk to them privately. Certainly don't question the moderators in chat during the stream. Number 7, respect the chat rules. So when you first jump into chat, you'll probably get a little box come up that lists the chat rules. It's really tempting to just click through that because you're wanting to post your comment, but please just take a few seconds to read that. I mean, literally probably does take about 5 seconds to read that. So it's worth doing. And also some people have a specific panel on their profile that lists the rules of the chat. So do check that out. The most common ones you'll see are in the Twitch terms of service anyway, things like no racism, no homophobia. I mean, that's just the general rules of being a decent human being anyway. So if you're breaking those rules, then you probably shouldn't be on Twitch at all. But people might have some more specific rules like no football talk. Sometimes that can cause friction in chat, so some people don't like that. So yeah, it's definitely worth checking those out just to make sure you avoid upsetting anyone or getting sanctioned by the mods, getting banned or whatever. And really, it's just all about making sure that Twitch is a friendly, welcoming place for everyone. Number 8, match the vibe of the stream. So there's such a massive variety of different streamers on Twitch, really different vibes in different communities. So some communities we find with banter, what people might consider as a little bit of trolling, swearing, others not. Some streamers will be fine with approaching really deep subjects, letting people talk about their problems. Some streams actually have a label as a mental health stream and people can go there and talk through their problems, which is great. It's really great to have a place where people can discuss that sort of thing openly with people. We need those open discussions. But then you get some communities that like their stream to be a place where people can escape all of that. They don't have to think about their problems. They just go there to feel happy and get those happy vibes, which is what I want my stream to be like. So just spend a little bit of time getting to know the vibe of that stream and just try and match that. Try and think about what's appropriate for the tone and the content of what you're talking about within that stream. Number 9, don't ask for personal information. So probably asking people what country they come from is fine, but asking any more specific than that could make people feel uncomfortable. Even something like asking people where they work could be giving away more than people want to. There is this thing called doxing where people collect a lot of personal information about people and then they publish it online somewhere, which is horrible. That's obviously the extreme case, but it's just general internet safety not to give away too much of your own personal information and not to ask that information of others. So just ask general questions of people and let them give as much information as they feel comfortable. Number 10 is don't spam chat. So always ask the streamer before posting a link. A lot of streamers will have links blocked anyway, just to avoid trolls posting links to dodgy websites and things like that. They might ask you to maybe post it in the Discord or DM it to them so they can see it later. Other things to consider, don't type all in capitals, because to the reader, reading a sentence all in capitals, it comes out like you're being shouted at, and no one wants to be shouted at all the time. Other things could be splitting your message up into lots of different lines. That just fills up the whole chat. So, I mean, all of these things you can use in moderation. That's absolutely fine. If you're really shocked about something or you're really excited about something, you might put some caps in to show that emotion, or you're just messing about. So you might post on a couple of different lines to sort of, I don't know, might fit in with the joke you're making or something. Just use your judgment, use everything in moderation, and it's just something to keep in mind. So there you go. Those are my top 10 mostly unwritten rules of Twitch. Admittedly, some of them are written down somewhere, but maybe people didn't know where to find them. So I'm hoping you guys found this really helpful. If there's anything you think I've missed out that people should know, then just leave a comment below. That'd be really helpful too. And thanks for watching.